Greetings, everybody. I want to welcome you here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. This is a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So today, we're here with Nomad from the South Pacific. Yes, New Zealand and Australia. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, we're here to do Nomad today. Episode we're doing every Tuesday for 6 consecutive weeks. This is the series we're running, and tonight's all-star is none other than legendary drummer Cozy Powell. Yes, the Cozy Powell of legend. The first time I realized who Cozy Powell was on the song Stargazer on here. My friend said, "Oh, you got to hear this drummer. So he put this song on this album, and I was blown away. I did not expect anything like that. And I've heard lots of stuff with Cozy Powell on it now, but he is absolutely killer on this album for sure. So Cozy Powell, of course, is a nomad. He fits into this category, maybe as good as anybody. I think he's been on like about 60 or more albums for sure, at least. With a lot of big names like he started out with a band called the Sorcerers. Then he got offered a job with he got the prestigious job with the Jeff Beck group, playing with Jeff Beck. That really put him on the map. He also did Rainbow, Graham Bonnet, Michael Schenker group, Whitesnake, and then he teamed up with Emerson Lake and had a kind of an ELP remake with his last name on there instead of Palmer, so you had ELP, but it was Palmer at the end. Powell at the end. You had Blue Murder, Black Sabbath, the Brian May Band, Peter Green, the Splinter Group, and then recently Glenn Tipton did this thing with Entwistle and Powell here, so it's kind of as a memorial, kind of a tipping his hat to John Entwistle and Cozy Powell. And then you had, of course, he also played with Yngwie Malmsteen. I was trying to think of who it was. So he's played with a lot of big names. He seems to like colors, though, because he was with Whitesnake, he was with Blue Murder, he was with Black Sabbath, and then if you want to mix them all together, he was with Rainbow. So he's been around and done a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, he passed away at the young age of 50 in an automobile accident. It's unfortunate to lose such a talent like that, but a great talent. There's just no way about it. He just had a real strong drumming ability, killer drumming ability, actually. I think at one time I would have ranked him in my top 5. Maybe I still would, I'm not sure. But definitely a great drummer. I loved his style. Really suited the music that he was in. I think playing with all these different bands. When you play with a lot of different bands like that, you pick up different things from different people. Not saying that he learned any drumming from other people, but learned how to play different styles according to how the band sounded, right? And I think he was really good at this. He also had strong opinions about stuff too, which is good. I think I broke this earlier today. Yeah, I did. The Rainbow one was right here. I just changed the lid on it, and now it's cracked again. Seems to be its destiny, I guess. Anyway, so today's rock artist, Cozy Powell, played with, like I said, a lot of bands. Also did some of his own solo stuff too. And there's lots of little things that he also did. I just tried to give you the real basis for everything, for all of the different types of bands that he played with. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Nomads. This is episode 5, so we have one more to go, one more artist to do. And then me and Ben will have a discussion about what he wants to do next. I might we'll probably take maybe a week's break off and then come back at it with something else. But I'll talk to him in the meantime, and we'll come up with something. Anyways, I hope you've liked this episode. If you have, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Those are much appreciated. And don't forget the notification bell so you don't miss next week's episode of Nomads. And if you have any comments about all these different bands that Cozy played with, or Cozy Powell in general, or even maybe you will have a story about Cozy Powell. Everybody has a story about Cozy Powell. So if you have one about Cozy Powell, you can put that in the comment sections below as well. Anyways, glad to see you. Hopefully everything's going good, and we will see you next week with the last episode of Nomads. So take care and have yourself a good day. Bye.